presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Nextel, bringing you wireless solutions.
Chiefs up 14-6 at halftime. We'll return to Kansas City after this message from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Welcome back, 14-6. The Chiefs lead the Chargers at halftime. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones. First of all, great news for the Chargers. LaDainian Tomlinson had the wind knocked out of him, and he should be fit to play in the second half.
And that's going to be key for the Chargers. He only had 8 carries this first half. Got to put the ball in his hands.
So are you surprised with where we are here after one half of play?
Well, I think it's been better defensive play today coming into the game than we thought there would be. But, you know, Trent Green continues to make some things happen in the passing game. And I think a big key for the second half, the Chargers are going to have to get some pressure on him.
Chargers will receive the football to start the second half. Here's Dwight inside his own 5. And Dwight over the 25 up to the 27-yard line before being tackled. A return of 26 yards. Gary Stills in on the special teams tackle. And now Tim Dwight gets up slowly, holding his left knee.
Boy, and that wouldn't be good for the Chargers. Of course, you lose your big returner and then one of your starting wide receivers. I was just thinking to myself, we hadn't seen that Tim Dwight reverse here from the offensive side of things here in the first half. And big play for them last time, and just get caught up in that pile and rolled over on that knee, and that's a tough one.
First down and 10 at the 28. Here's Tomlinson back into the game, following his blocks outside, and is knocked out of bounds at the 30. And let's take a look at some of the leaders from the first half. And we'll start with San Diego. Drew Brees, 11 of 19, 87 yards. And Tomlinson, 8 carries, 60 yards. And you want to see him run the ball more.
Absolutely. I think this is a 25-30 touch game for him.
Tim Dwight, 3 catches, 24. He's on the sideline right now. Second down and 8 at the 30. The Chargers 8-6 on the season. Brees firing underneath, almost intercepted. Eric Warfield batted it away.
Because you're going to see Drew Brees deliver the ball outside. His receivers inside. You see Caldwell having to go back outside for that ball. That ball's got to be delivered on the inside number, and Fujita almost comes up with that interception after the tip.
Brings up third down and 8 at the 30, and San Diego is 1 of 6 on third down conversions. They need to go to the 38 for a first down. Brees out of the shotgun. Brees over the middle, incomplete. Kansas City forcing the Chargers offense off the field once again as Darren Bennett comes on. But this San Diego offense hasn't looked sharp today.
Boy, and we haven't heard from Dante Hall yet, but it's going to be Dante Hall time here for this Kansas City Chiefs team.
He's playing with a tender ankle and makes the fair catch at the 25, a 44-yard punt. No return. So when we come back, Trent Green and the Chiefs on offense. Welcome back. 14-6 the score. A holding penalty was called on the previous play, so they will have to replay fourth down as Darren Bennett prepares to punt.
The official crew just threw another flag while a couple of the other guys were trying to hold up play so the TV cameras could get back on the game. So I think that's going to be another picked up flag.
Flag. Ready to replay. Fourth down.
So Darren Bennett's at the 10 and Dante Hall is at the 30. Bennett gets off a bomb. Hall backpedaling to the 15-yard line. And Hall is dragged down at his own 19. A 61-yard punt for Darren Bennett. Nicely done.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. Miller Lite. Life is best told at a place called Miller Time. And by Ford Focus. Focus. Great looking, great driving. Put one on a road near you.
Welcome back to Arrowhead Stadium. The Chiefs with the 14-6 lead and the football. First down and 10 at the 20. Here's Trent Green over the middle. It is caught by Tony Gonzalez. And he is taken down at the 25. Ben Lieber with the tackle after a gain of 5. Let's take a look at the leaders on offense for Kansas City in that first half. Trent Green, nice job, 14 of 21. 153, 2 touchdowns, no picks. And Michael Cloud, 10 carries, 19 yards. And then there's Eddie Kennison with a beautiful first half, 4 catches, 458. Second down, 5 at the 25. Play action, Green. Cox down the sideline, incomplete. Bo Richter, the intended receiver, will bring up third down and 5. And Dick Vermeil is trying to lead this Kansas City team to the playoffs for the first time since 1997, when the guy on the other sideline, Marty Schottenheimer, was the coach. And for Coach Vermeil, his first playoff team back in 1978 with the Philadelphia Eagles. And at that time, in 78, Schottenheimer was an assistant with the New York Giants. So these guys go way back. Third down, 5 at the 25. Here's Trent Green over the middle. Caught by Gonzalez, but he will not get far enough for a first down. Needed to get to the 30, and that will bring up fourth down. Marty Schottenheimer, Dick Vermeil, lifers, and they love it. Vermeil, 66 years young, and he took a lot of time off from football to serve as a broadcaster. As a matter of fact, he helped you out in your career.
Absolutely. Before my first game, we did the St. Louis Rams the year they won the Super Bowl. Spent 2 hours with me the Saturday before the game. Just called me into his office and said, "Hey, Brent, this is the way you got to do it." I've sure told him a few times how much I appreciated it.
Dwight picks it up at the 29. Now Dwight down the sideline. Great return. Dwight is finally stopped by the punter, Dan Straczynski. Eric Parker with a beautiful block. A 42-yard punt and a 31-yard return sets up the Chargers.
A wild one in the West. The Chiefs in a huge game against Oakland as the Raiders battle to be the best in the AFC West next Saturday on CBS.
6. Chiefs, but the Chargers have it at the Kansas City 40-yard line thanks to a nice return by Tim Dwight. 31 yards. Play action. Breeze looking. Fires down the field. Incomplete. And I tell you what, Drew Brees has just put too much air under the football.
Yeah,
he's had wide receivers open today and has been unable to hit the mark.
Yeah, that one just floated a little bit to Eric Parker. Broke free on that corner route. You see the top of the screen, and Drew just puts too much air on it, and it's up in the air just long enough for Ray Crockett to come over and make the big defensive play.
Brees 11 of 22, only 87 yards.
And Gus, I still continue to say the Chargers down only 8. Give the ball to LT.
Timeout. San Diego. They're first.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Hewlett-Packard, HP Digital Imaging. When it's this easy, why not? And by Circuit City. We know how you feel. That's why we're here. Circuit City, we're with you.
A look at the Field of Legends at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, located at 18th and Vine here in Kansas City. I bet you that's Satchel Paige on the mound. Think you could have gotten a hit off Satchel Paige? I know you were a baseball player.
think that could have hit off anybody.
No, he couldn't have hit Satchel Paige. Are you crazy? Second down and 10 at the 40. Here's LaDainian Tomlinson, wrapped up, taken down to the 41, a loss of 1. Gary Stills has been all over the field today.
Yeah, and you got to give this Chiefs defense credit today. Much maligned defense all year, getting some penetration against this big offensive line for the San Diego Chargers. They've had some guys banged up here down the stretch, but Gary Stills doing a nice job getting inside. Penetration messes up running backs all the time because that means they have to stop their feet. And a guy that has such quick feet like LaDainian Tomlinson, when you stop him, well, you got a distinct advantage.
Third down at 11 at the 41. They're 1 of 7 on third down conversions. Here's Breeze scrambling out of the pocket, looking, nobody home. Incomplete. Broken up at the last moment. Barty make that Warfield. And the Chargers have to punt it away.
You see Drew Brees out of the pocket. Got to get that ball downfield, get to the first down marker. And nice job by Barty coming back and knocking that ball away from Rashay Caldwell.
And you know it's do or die time for this San Diego squad at 8-6 if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. And
I think I know what you're thinking, partner.
yeah, you got to wonder.
You're wondering about Doug Flutie sitting on the sideline.
Exactly. If they need a spark. Remember, Flutie came in last week when the ball down inside the 5. Marty Schottenheimer elected to pull Breeze and let the 40-year-old veteran try to have a go at it. We'll see if that happens today. Follow the playoff race through the end of the season with our exclusive projected seeds and brackets on all of the playoff scenarios. Just click on the playoff race at CBSSportsline.com or on America Online. Enter keyword CBS Sportsline. First down and 10 for the Chiefs at their own 3. And here's the whistle.
And I think Trent Green did such a great job with that snap count. He got his own guy, Omar Easy jump.
Full start. Number 43 offense. Penalized half the distance to the goal. Remains first down.
You're going to see right here the fullback. Everybody else standing still. That's a horrible feeling. You know what? You try to get back down and set and hope that nobody notices, but they always do.
Omar making a mistake. 73 penalties for the Chiefs, third fewest in the NFL. Play action fake. Trent Green with time to throw. Down the field. Bo Richter makes the catch. It's a foot race. More Bo Richter breaking away. Touchdown, Kansas City. No flags. 98 yards.
What a job by Trent Green, Gus, breaking the pocket, stepping up. When a quarterback breaks that pocket, steps up, linebacker safety starts stepping up, thinking he's going to scramble. You see the guys freeze. Bo Richter continuing downfield with his route, and he's got some speed. What a grab, what a run.
Extra point is up and good. Mark Bo Richter now has 18 catches on the season and 8 touchdowns. His percentage is getting better.
He's a touchdown machine.
And Trent Green loves it.
Boy, what a toss by Trent Green. In stride, stepping up out of the pocket. You've got to give credit to this offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs, giving Trent Green an awful lot of time to deliver that ball today. Let's watch Bo Richter stay with the route. And right now it's about the time that Trent Green's stepping up. You see him stop for a second, then, hey, that ball's coming. I better get my wheels rolling again. Right in stride. And look at that breakaway speed. Bo Richter's got some wheels.
And officially, it is a 99-yard touchdown, the longest play of the season for the Chiefs.
When you see those linebackers for the Chargers just freeze, and of course safety comes out of the middle. When you see Trent Green start to attack that line of scrimmage with the ball down, and he brings it back up and just delivers a rocket downfield in stride. And look at Trent Green, 99 yards. Doesn't have to That's too far to run downfield to snipe your guy 5. Wait till he gets to the sideline.
And Mark Boerigter breathing heavy on the sideline, but a huge grin. A 99-yard touchdown reception. The longest Chiefs play this year. Sorry, Marty. We love you, but according to the fans here, you're going back to Southern California with a loss.
Boy, and of course the Chiefs are still hanging on with their playoff chances. A lot of things would have to happen, but boy, this would be a very damaging game for the Chargers, Gus, in that playoff race.
And that offense still scoring major points for Kansas City.
And how about Mark Boerigter? Keeps checking out the replay up top and saying, hey, look at how fast I was. I was sweet rolling. And you got to credit Al Saunders. No Priest Holmes today, and this Chiefs offense came out throwing the ball, giving Trent Green an awful lot of time to make some things happen.
Here's Tim Dwight. And Dwight to the 30, and he is crushed at the 30-yard line. Gary Stills again. And they're going to have to give Gary a game ball. Another look at the touchdown.
And let's watch what happens once Trent Green starts back toward the line of scrimmage. Watch right here, safety, watch the linebackers. Everybody freezes when he starts running forward. Just that extra moment that the safety freezers, Rogers Beckett, Mark Boerigter goes right by him, and that was an unbelievable toss by Trent Green. You talk about accuracy and putting it on the money.
First down and 10 to the sideline. This one caught. Eric Parker out of bounds. So this San Diego offense has to get something going. It's a 14-yard gain there.
And you know what, Gus, this isn't really the style of team the Chargers are. They're not really a good catch-up, play from behind type of team. They like to run LaDainian Tomlinson and make some things happen in the running game. And now they're behind by 15 points. They got to go to the air. That's not what they want to do. And Mark Boerigter really putting this Charger team in a hole.
First down and 10. Here's LaDainian Tomlinson. He rumbles to the 40. Now, earlier this season, San Diego defeated Kansas City 35-34. A similar situation. The Chargers had to come back to win, and they all jumped on the back of Drew Brees, and he had a dynamic fourth quarter for the win.
Yes, he did, and I think a big part of that, and looking forward here down the stretch here, you just saw LaDainian Tomlinson on the draw. Stick with Tomlinson. Throwing the ball in the backfield, running it. They still have time.
Play action. Brees sets up the screen. Tomlinson trying to get outside and goes out of bounds. October 13th, Kansas City at San Diego. Mid-third quarter, Trent Green hits Tony Gonzalez on this 3-yard touchdown pass to put the Chiefs up by 10. Down by 6 with 14 seconds remaining. Brees finds Rashae Caldwell on this 2-yard touchdown to go up by 1. Kansas City one last shot as time expires. Trent Green's Hail Mary falls short and is intercepted by Donnie Edwards, and San Diego came back to win it 35-34.
How about this? The Chiefs were +3 in turnovers that game. You don't usually end up +3 in the takeaway giveaway and lose it.
We're +16 on the season. Brees straight drop back. That one is caught. Nicely done. Caldwell down the sideline and out of bounds at the 25, a gain of 18.
And William Barty right there, the defensive back of the Kansas City Chiefs, was going for the pick. He read Drew Brees' eyes. He tried to jump on that, little bit of a gamble. Brees had enough juice on that ball. You see him come in there 24 trying to get it. He got lucky. The Caldwell didn't go all the way down the field, but not a bad idea breaking on the ball and going for the interception and trying to put the dagger in the heart of the San Diego Chargers. But boy, that was a tough one.
First down and 10 at the 25. McCrary, Tomlinson line up in the eye, draw play, Tomlinson. And LaDainian Tomlinson gets down to the 20. True luck with the tackle.
And we've seen the Chargers run Tomlinson inside a couple times, quick hitters, and we've seen a couple draws. And now maybe it's time to run that toss play back outside and see if he can get some big yards. Of course, had some success here in the first half. And of course, the first time that these teams met this year.
Brings up second down and 7 at the 22. Tim Dwight splits wide to the top of your screen. Caldwell at the bottom. Here comes Caldwell in motion. Breeze looking underneath, caught. Steven Alexander, the tight end, with a gain of 13, his first catch of the day.
And we haven't called Alexander's name today, and I thought he would be a guy that Drew Brees would really be looking for. Middle of this Kansas City defense has had trouble this year. Guarding tight ends, Alexander coming across on the basic cross route. Nice job of using his body, and that's too much of a weapon to not use. We're 7 minutes into this third quarter. That's the first time he's touched the ball.
First down and goal at the 9. Here's Breeze to the corner. Nice catch and touchdown. Tim Dwight got his hips around and leaned forward and stuck it in the end zone. And now the Chargers want to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game.
And watch how quick Tim Dwight, Gus, catches that ball and gets his shoulders upfield. He smells end zone, does a nice job just exploding right there. And before he steps out of bounds, brings that ball right into the pylon, which is a touchdown. And here's the big opportunity right now to go for 2.
What's the most effective play to run when you're trying to get the 2-point conversion?
Well, if you got LT in the backfield, maybe just give him the ball in the toss. But I like, see, right now, you know it's going to be a pass. I like little play action, roll your quarterback out, have that pass run option.
Here's Breeze. It's caught, but not enough. Caldwell couldn't get in. William Barty held him out of the end zone. So with 7:35 to go in the third quarter, the Chargers finally get 6.
Gus, anytime you're going for a 2-point conversion or touchdown for that matter, you got to get that extra yard. You got to get a yard deeper if you're a wide receiver in the end zone, because you got to have to come back to the ball. Rashae Caldwell coming back to the ball. Now, he doesn't actually have it possessed yet. You see that ball there? And now it's possessed, but he's out of the end zone. You've got to know that you've got to run your route at least a half yard deeper, because that DB is going to be right on you. And you figure if you're running that quick out, you've got to come back to the ball. If you come back too much, you're out of the end zone. And that's exactly what happened right there.
21-12, Kansas City.
That was a heck of a response, though, Gus, by this offense, the San Diego Chargers. After that big play by Bo Richter, they came right down the field.
And scored. This one popped up in the air. Hall from the 20. He's oh so dangerous. Now reverses and goes down. A 6-yard return. Tonight on 60 Minutes, have you any idea where a medicine you're taking came from? That it may even be a counterfeit? Curious? Try watching 60 Minutes tonight.
I gave you some medicine today. How do you know where it came from?
Because your wife gave it to me.
You trust her more.
And I trust her.
Yeah, I brought my family out and some great friends of ours out from California to see football in one of the greatest venues in the National Football League.
That's right. But you were cheap and you didn't pay for their flights. Your friends. 7:29 to go. 21-12. First down and 10 at the 26. Here's the reverse. Laylock running. And Derek Laylock, the second-year man out of Stephen F. Austin, picks up 16.
When Al Saunders, the coordinator, offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, is just dialing them up. If you see Rodney Harrison in the backfield on the blitz, he almost took the handoff. In fact, he got so far back there that Laylock ran right under him. And Rodney's saying, hey, come on, we've got to do it. This is a huge drive for us. We've got to stop these guys and get them off the field.
First down and 10. Green sets up a screen. And now he tucks it and gets down. Loses the ball, and it's recovered by the Chiefs.
And not a bad idea by Trent Green to pull that down. Watch 78 for the Chargers. The Quincy Scott. He's going to read this and get right into the throwing lane. And that's what Trent Green's looking at right now. And he says, hey, forget that. I'm not going to throw an interception or have a bad gain. I'm just going to do the old fake toss and put my head down and get some yards.
Second down, 4 at the 48. Here's Green, short drop ball, tapped. Holy mackerel, almost intercepted by Ryan McNeil. That ball hung up in the air for an eternity.
And Rayleigh Johnson, I think, little zone blitz scheme, he was dropping in pass coverage. Watch 99. He's back there. He's dropping in pass coverage, tips that ball, and almost gave his team an interception. You see it sitting on Kennison's helmet for a moment there, and Ryan McNeil trying to pick it right off his helmet.
Makes it 3rd down 4 at the 48. They're 6 of 10 on 3rd down conversion. And they need to go to the San Diego 48 for a 1st down.
Well, you got to think Tony Gonzalez in this situation.
He's in motion. Green looking. In trouble. Green swarmed under at the 41. That's the first sack of the day for the Chargers. Marcellus Wiley getting to it.
And what great timing. If you're going to have a sack, you're going to finally get one. Great timing for the Chargers. Marcellus Wiley. And we talked about this offensive line for the Chiefs doing a great job of holding off the defense for the Chargers all day. Watch the bottom of your screen. Little stunt. And Wiley breaks right through there and gets to Trent Green.
Only the 23rd sack given up by the Chiefs this season. Straczynski sends it away. Lofty punt. And Tim Dwight fair catches it at the 29. A 32-yard punt. So let's take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Brent, you take us through them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got that big game, of course, with Oakland and Denver today. Big matchup coming up this afternoon. Miami, I was really distraught that they went ahead and lost that game to Minnesota, and really nobody stepped in on the AFC side. You see, of course, San Diego in a much better position up there than Kansas City. Of course, 8-6, 7-7, and so many different scenarios, Gus, so many different tiebreakers. It is a crapshoot coming down the stretch, and I don't know if anybody knows for sure. The best thing you can do is win and let things fall into place at this point.
Here's the pitch. Tomlinson breaks it back with running room. Great! Gets a great block from Brees. Drew Brees, the quarterback, threw himself under the chariot. What a block by this young man.
And you know what? That hurt. That's what Drew Brees is saying to himself right now. He's going to peel back, make a big block, and watch him coming from this side of the screen. And wow, he went back over his leg. And watch him coming inside from the left right here. Bang. Wow. And look at that leg extension, Gus.
Woo. Showing the heart of a lion on that play. 2nd down 5 at the 34. Play action. Brees setting up underneath. That one is caught. Parker down the sideline, out of bounds at the 45. So what's happened, Brent? All of a sudden, Cam Cameron and the Chargers have found some kind of weakness in this Kansas City defense.
Well, Kansas City defense has had trouble all year, Gus, and we talked about how tough they were in the first half. But really, that momentum swing, when Bo Richter had that 99-yard touchdown and the Chargers answered with that big drive of their own, really shifted the momentum back to the San Diego Chargers. Had the big defensive stand, had their first sack of the day, and you know, we've seen it in the National Football League this year. When momentum swings, it happens fast, and it's a tidal wave type of scenario.
1st and 10 at the 45, the pitch. Tomlinson follows his blocks, gets outside, and ridden out of bounds by Wesley.
You know, we've seen a little bit more LaDainian Tomlinson, but Drew Brees continues to throw that ball downfield underneath, and this Chiefs defense doesn't appear as physical or as aggressive as it was in the first half. And sometimes, Gus, you get a lead, you play a little bit softer zone, you try to keep things in front of you, not get beat by the big play, and sometimes that can really hurt you because you just get carved up underneath.
2nd down 4 at the 39. Tomlinson, 91 yards rushing on 14 carries. Play action. Brees looking with time underneath. Dwight with the catch. And that's been the key. They have completed a number of passes underneath, and it's really loosened things up.
Yeah, and I think Dwight continues to have a big day. Look at Curtis Conway going downfield, clearing it out underneath for Tim Dwight. And we've hardly even called Conway's name all day. He's been more of a decoy, clearing out those safeties, and Tim Dwight coming underneath, and Eric Parker making some catches, you know, at 5, 8, 10 yards, really damaging the Chiefs defense with yards after the catch.
Gained 24 yards on that play. First down and 10 at the 15. They look for Dwight again, and this one sails right out of bounds. Eric Warfield, closest man to him.
And that's the third time today they've tried to hit Dwight on that corner route. Drew Brees hasn't nailed it. He's been a lot more accurate on those crossing routes underneath. And, you know, Drew Brees started playing better right about the time that you started talking about Doug Flutie.
He may have thought that Flutie was on the way in.
Maybe he has the audio down there on the bench and you fired him up.
Well, he does have a microphone in his helmet.
That's right. He's going to come looking for you after the game.
I'll be right here. Second down and 10 at the 15. Here's the pitch. Tomlinson gets outside and is knocked out of bounds. Marcus Patton, the 13-year veteran, number 53, who's played in Buffalo, Washington, and in his 5th year here in Kansas City.
And part of the reason that Steven Alexander hasn't had a big game, that's some pretty good coverage from this group of Kansas City linebackers, and one of their better performances this year, at least until these last 7 or 8 minutes. But Steven Alexander, Gus, is a guy you might want to think about. Big third down situation right here.
They need 8.
Watch the tight end.
They need to go to about the 5-yard line. Brees out of the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. They bring everybody. It is caught. Dwight, but does he have enough? I don't think so.
Boy, that's one of those times that the blitz didn't get a sack, but it sure made Drew Brees throw that ball early and low. And Dwight had to reach down and just cradle that thing. You see the blitz coming, and Brees doing a nice job of just getting it off. Could have been a touchdown had he got it up. And Tim Dwight doing a nice job of first catching the ball, looking it in, and trying to roll to that first down.
So Christie is good today from 30 and 49 yards, here from 25, and it's good. So 2:27 to go in the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game, 21-15. And Tim Dwight has been a star on offense for this San Diego squad today. 6 catches, 64 yards.
And some of those return yards have been significant as well, giving this Charger team some good field position.
And look at what the Lilliputian has done. Tim Dwight.
You call him a Lilliputian?
Lilliputian.
Yeah. Small and fast.
5'9", 180 pounds. He's done a little bit of everything. Returns, receptions, caught a touchdown.
Just such a savvy ball player out there. You can just tell his head's in the game. He's into it. He wants to go to the playoffs. He knows what it's like, and he wants to go back. Laying it all on the line, and there's no tomorrow for these teams. And you know, you hear that cliche all the time, but with 2 games left in the season, you've got to win this game if you really want a legitimate chance to make these playoffs.
Christie kicks it away, and it is down inside the 20. Not a very good decision by Leonardo Carson. Dante Hall standing right behind him. Now see why CBS Monday is America's best night of television, starting with The King of Queens, followed by Yes Dear. Then it's Everybody Loves Raymond, still standing. The new hit show, CSI Miami. And we wrap it up with The Late Show starring David Letterman, Monday here on CBS, America's most watched network. 79,451 in attendance at Arrowhead Stadium, the loudest stadium in the National Football League. The 100th consecutive sellout, a streak that dates back to 1991. Michael Cloud, and he is ambushed and driven down by Donnie Edwards at the 15.
When Donnie Edwards was coming on that play, penetration, he got back there so quickly, almost took the handoff, and you can just feel that silence come over the stadium. They feel the momentum swing. You see Donnie Edwards busting through that hole. And that's what this guy has done all season. Really kind of a shock, Gus, that Donnie Edwards didn't make the Pro Bowl. He has been one of the top run defenders, has 5 interceptions, just one heck of a season for this linebacker of the San Diego Chargers. Just missed out.
Green over the middle, caught, and Edwards with the tackle once again, this time on Omar Easy. And Easy did not like how Edwards tapped him after the play.
You got to respect Omar, sticking up for himself. And then you know what his own guys are saying? They're saying, get back in the huddle, rookie. We don't need any dumb penalties. You don't want to get Donnie Edwards more fired up than he already is, making those last 2 plays.
And Edwards really couldn't hide how disappointed he was about not making it to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I was disappointed with him. I just thought for sure that he would get the nod.
3rd down and 9 at the 20. Green. It is caught. Looks like Dante Hall with the reception, and he is inches short of the 1st down.
When we've seen that a couple times today, on 3rd down or in an end zone type of situation, you got to get just a little bit deeper, because you know if you're running that out route, you've got to come back to the ball. You can't leave it susceptible to being intercepted. And so Dante Hall comes back, and he might have just come back a little bit too much.
Well, it depends on the spot, and they're bringing out the chains right now to measure it.
He's got to be about 8 inches short.
And he is a couple of chain links. What do you do? What do you do?
What do you mean? You punt it. You're ahead.
The fans don't believe it.
You're on your 29-yard line. Did you go for it?
No,
you're never going to be my head coach.
PlayStation.
Yeah, that's right.
PlayStation, you go for it. Not in the National Football League.
That's right. If you're a fan, you boo when you don't go for it. But if you're the head coach, Coach Vermeil knows better. You leave yourself a little open, partner, if you go for that one on the 29 and don't make it.
I know.
All right, just testing you.
So Dwight back at the 30.
So maybe do a little hard snap count here, maybe a little head bob at your center, and see if you can get the Chargers to jump off sides.
Straczynski standing at the 15. Nice snap. High spiraling punt. Dwight back to the 23. Dwight down the sideline. Got a great block. Flag on the play. And this should go against San Diego.
Yeah, Jesse Chapman. Nice block in the back. If you're going to block a guy in the back, make sure there's not an official standing right in front of you. And with a guy like Tim Dwight, you know, he has enough shake and bake that he can get by the first guy.
During the return, blocking it back, number 24 of the return team. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
So Chapman, the rookie out of Eastern Washington. And that backs the Chargers up with 28 seconds to go.
Still, what a 3rd quarter for this San Diego Charger team. You can just feel the momentum. And boy, the Chiefs had it for about 30 seconds after that 99-yard touchdown to Bo Richter. Chargers came right back. That's what you've got to do on the road. You've got to respond to a score with a score of your own, and that momentum has shifted at this point significantly.
1st down and 10 at the 21. Tomlinson with a hole, and he gets over the 25 to the 26-yard line. William Barty with the tackle after a gain of 6 on the play.
Big Kelvin Garman, the guard, has gotten outside a few times and given some great blocks to LaDainian Tomlinson. And you got to talk about these young offensive linemen for the San Diego Chargers.
And that takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter with the score 21-15. We'll be back to Kansas City after this message and a word from your local station. In Kansas City, a look at the scoring by quarters, and Kansas City has been pretty consistent. 7s across the board, but San Diego got the big 9 points in the 3rd quarter to make it a 21-15 game. Chargers with the ball, 2nd down and 5. at their own 26. Here's LaDainian Tomlinson, and Tomlinson now starting to gash this Kansas City defense on the ground, picks up the first down. Tomlinson, 17 carries, 104 yards, his 7th 100-yard game this season.
This is the position that the Chargers want to be in. Of course, you'd like a lead, but now you don't have to just rely on the passing game. The threat of a run sets up your play action, and only 6 points down here in the fourth quarter. A lot of football to be played.
Here's Breeze standing underneath. That one is caught by Eric Parker. Turns it up, gets another first down. A gain of 13.
Well, and Eric Parker's made some big catches.
Certainly
today.
has.
And watch him after he catches the ball. He's got some acceleration and going across no man's land, linebacker country. Catches that ball, pivots, and comes back inside. Look at that acceleration. Breaking back, almost got outside, and there would have been nobody home. And I don't know if anybody would have caught Eric Parker.
3 catches for 48 yards for Parker. First down and 10 at the 45 for Breeze. And Drew Brees has found his rhythm here in the second half. Tomlinson skipping, darting, stopping, starting, and he gets inside the 40. Oh, man. A 17-yard gain. Eric Warfield with the tackle. But this kid is dynamite.
And this is his 10th carry since halftime. We talked about getting him the ball more here in the second half. Of course, have almost the whole fourth quarter to go. And look at that stop and start. Looked like he was going to lose his balance, and his cleat dug right back in and just accelerated. And just does a great job of seeing those holes. Great cutback runner, and we've got a good field right there, good turf, and he's really making some things happen out there.
First down and 10 at the 38. They pitch it, Tomlinson, and he just walks out of bounds.
LaDainian Tomlinson, the ball carrier.
Now, tonight on CBS, Everybody Loves Raymond's Emmy-winning Patricia Heaton and Emmy winner Peter Falk star in a magical holiday movie for the whole family. Don't miss A Town Without Christmas. Tonight on CBS, America's most watched network.
And you had talked about LaDainian Tomlinson admiring Emmitt Smith, and Emmitt giving him the best piece of advice: get a chiropractor, a massage therapist, and sit in the cold tub 3 times a week. And I don't know if you're tough enough to go in the cold tub.
No, I'm not.
And you've got to be a little crazy.
Second down and 11 at the 39. Here's Breeze on the play-action fake, looking for Alexander, who's open, puts it on the money, and Alexander is out of bounds inside the 10.
And we talked about that matchup. Drew Brees looking for his tight end, and I thought coming into the game today that Alexander would be a great mismatch for him, running the corner route. This time Drew Brees putting it right on the money on that corner, and Alexander grabbing the ball and getting upfield with it in a huge play, and this momentum continues to favor the San Diego Charger team.
First down and goal at the Kansas City 7 after the 32-yard reception by Steven Alexander. Breeze again, steps up, shovels it away. Tomlinson with a nice catch, gets out of bounds at the 5.
And we've talked before, sometimes your best plays are plays that get 2 or 3 yards. You saw that flip by Drew Brees. Instead of taking that sack, watch this little backhand, little flip outside. Make sure it's going forward. It is, and Tomlinson, nice job catching that ball. 2 or 3 yard gain, much better than a sack at that point.
Drew Brees has stepped up his play in the second half. He struggled a bit in the first half, 87 yards, but since then, 151 yards, a touchdown, no interception. Tomlinson darting, and he goes down at the 3.
And you know, one of the things that has changed from the first half, Drew Brees seems much more accurate here, you know, middle of the third quarter to this point, putting the ball on his receivers' numbers so they can run with it. We've seen Tim Dwight, we've seen Parker, putting it on the numbers so the guys have an opportunity to run with that ball after the catch is so significant. You saw him hit Steven Alexander on that corner route. He had missed Tim Dwight 3 times today prior to that.
And there's some pressure on the worst defense in the league right now. Third down and goal at the 3. The 9th play of the drive that started at the 21. Play action, Breeze to McCrary. Touchdown. Fred McCrary diving in, and that's the second touchdown pass of the day for Drew Brees.
And that is one of the toughest catches to make on the field of play. That ball going away from you, and you know you've got that open field, Gus, to run. You got 3 yards to get into the end zone. The natural inclination is to turn your head away and not look that ball in. Fred McCrary doing a great job of opening up his hips, spinning out, and bounding into the end zone.
So the Chargers tie the game up at 21. And there's an injured player. So we will step away, back for the extra point after this. Tied at 21, and San Diego ready to attempt the extra point to take the lead. And they do. 10:58 to go. Drew Brees to Fred McCrary, and the Chargers are in front.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. The United States Marine Corps. For 227 years of faithful service, thank you, Marines. Happy birthday. And by the all-new Accord from Honda. It's more Accord than ever.
22-21, the Chargers have scored 16 unanswered points. And with 10:58 to go in the fourth, have taken their first lead of the game. Here's Hall from the 23. Breaks it back the other way, and it's finally taken down at the 29-yard line. A 7-yard return. And here's another look at the touchdown.
And Gus, you're wondering why Fred McCrary gets so wide open. Watch here the fullback. Greg Wesley, the safety, has him man-to-man. Now watch what play action does. Wesley steps up, thinking run, then he gets caught right here in the mess on Steven Alexander's route. He gets picked off. Fred McCrary, time to wait for that ball to come down, spin around, catch it, and get it into the end zone.
First down and 10 for the Chiefs at the 29. Trent Green, all day to throw, down the sideline. Intercepted. Intercepted. Who's on the bottom of the pile? Let's see. Green throwing that one into double coverage, and Lyle, the safety, comes over and picks it off. Trent Green throws his first interception in the last 7 games.
Rocking around.
Green is going to look for Derek Blaylock coming down here on the deep route. Watch underneath. Trent, for the first time, throws it into double coverage. Look at your wide receiver coming across right here, wide open. That's the throw he's made all day. Trent forces it into double coverage, and Keith Lyle comes up with a big interception.
And the Chiefs are challenging the play.
And, you know, I think that ball squirted up and actually landed back down on Lyle's legs. Let's watch him go up and make the play. He's got it, and that ball starts coming out right there. He's not touched yet, and there's the ball. Doesn't touch the ground.
Wow.
Brings it back in with his legs. Very athletic interception. You see him keep those legs together, pull that ball right back up into his chest. And the Chiefs thought it hit ground, but it did not. And so that interception is going to stand. Keith Lyle coming up a big play for the Chargers secondary. And boy, this momentum has stayed San Diego from about 4 or 5 minutes into this quarter, ever since Trent Green threw that 99-yard touchdown. And you've got to be so impressed, Gus, with the way this Chargers team has responded on the road, down by 15, staring at being out of the playoffs, clearly out of a strong position if you lose this game.
And we'll take one more look. The Chargers on their last 3 drives have scored 2 touchdowns and also come up with a field goal.
And we were tough on Drew Brees here in the first half, and his accuracy has improved about 80% here in the second half, and he's really come up with some big plays. And you wonder, this big turnaround. You just wonder if Marty Schottenheimer gathered those guys on the sideline and said, hey, we've got to have this game. We've got to do something. He must have yelled or brought those guys together because this thing turned around so quickly.
So here's the decision.
During the timeout, Kansas City challenged the ruling on the field that the pass was intercepted. After review, there is no indisputable visual evidence to indicate that the ball touched the ground. Therefore, the pass is intercepted. It's first down, San Diego. Kansas City is charged with a timeout.
And Keith Lyle, Gus, going up and making that grab and having to come down with it. And you see that ball pop out right there, but it's right into his legs. Never touched the ground. Not even close.
Nice job by Lyle, and the Chargers have it at their own 32. Marty Schottenheimer, a masterful motivator. Here's the handoff. LaDainian Tomlinson goes down, and the Chargers started their season winning 6 of 7, but since then they've lost 5 of their last 7. We asked Coach Schottenheimer what's been the problem, and he simply told us we haven't made plays in a timely fashion, or we're just not making enough plays. Different story in the second half.
Yeah, this team really has come together. Really been making some nice plays, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
2nd and 7. Tomlinson. He's been making all kinds of plays today. The stiff arm gets out of bounds. LaDainian Tomlinson, so strong, picks up 6.
I think he caught Maslowski again, got him in the first half, and that we talked about how powerful that punch is. Watch him go on the sideline. Left arm.
Actually, it was Warfield.
Got it. And then he gave the old shoulder dip to Maslowski. Little twofer, as we used to call that.
LaDainian Tomlinson, 22 carries, 131 yards. Third down and 1. Tomlinson, will he get it? No. He will not pick up the first down, and the Chargers will have to punt it away.
Boy, and I think they came with Shenard Harsh, number 42, the safety. I saw him knifing through there on the blitz. And penetration into the backfield, and I think they're going to be a half yard short. Watch 42 right here, top of your screen, knifing right in. There he is. Penetration into the backfield, and Hartz does a nice job wrapping up Tomlinson. And don't even ask me if they should go for it.
Wait a minute, I'm telling you, they just called a timeout.
Well, I hope they didn't.
The officials rather called a timeout.
They better not have.
And they are a half yard short of the first down, so here comes the punt team.
Would you go for it?
I'm not a coach, though.
Well, I'll tell you.
I'm used to playing, you know, PlayStation, so I would go for it.
You got to play the percentages on the road. You got a 1-point lead, you know, and of course, we still have 9 minutes, 15 seconds left in this fourth quarter. So, and you've got a heck of a day punting by Darren Bennett. Although you don't want to put the ball in the hands of that man, who's just itching to have a long return.
He has 2 touchdowns on punt returns this season, including a 90-yarder for a touchdown. Bennett gets off another high spiraling punt. Hall from the 15 breaks the tackle down the sideline and out of bounds. An 11-yard return.
Santa Claus, please stop by my house today.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Zales, the Diamond Store, and by High Endurance Bar Soap from Old Spice.
They're getting ready. Some carolers over at the plaza here in Kansas City. And don't forget, next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, check out a cutting-edge challenge featuring the world's hottest freestylers, including Olympic gold medalist Johnny Mosley, Tanner Hall, C.R. Johnson, Rex Thomas, and many more at the Paul Mitchell Ultimate Bumps and Jumps in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. First down and 10 for the Chiefs at their own 28. Trent Green will go down again the second time today at the 21. Ray Lee Johnson, the 10-year man out of Arkansas.
And we saw Trent Green have so much time to throw the ball here in the first half. And these last couple drives, he's been getting pressure from inside. Ray Lee Johnson, their time, bringing the pressure. And Trent Green, of course, we've seen what happens when he sets his feet and his receivers are getting loose downfield. But his last couple drives, of course, that last drive he threw the interception the first play.
Second down and 16 at the 22 out of the shotguns. Green throwing to the sideline, incomplete. Mark Boerichter, the intended receiver, and that will bring up a third down and a long 16.
Does it feel to you like Tony Gonzalez hasn't been involved the second half?
Yeah.
I just feel like he hasn't got the opportunities. And, of course, he's a big focus for this Charger defense. A lot of the Chargers told us that Priest Holmes is out. We're going to focus on Tony Gonzalez.
And as Dick Vermeil told us, you have to throw the ball at Tony Gonzalez even if he's covered, because he's such a great athlete that he's either going to make the catch or knock it down and prevent an interception. Third and 16. Here's Green, steps up in the pocket and is sacked again at the 21. Third sack of the day to Quincy Scott this time. And the Chiefs sputtering on offense.
Boy, is this a tale of two halves for the San Diego defense. These guys are coming on strong here, fourth quarter. And, you know, that's as great as that is by the defensive line. That's a coverage sack. There's no receivers getting open. Trent Green has to hold the ball that long. There's some things happening very positively in the San Diego secondary.
The Chiefs have become very one-dimensional, unable to establish a running game. And San Diego sitting back there waiting for him to throw it, as Dwight hauls it down close to midfield, a 31-yard punt.
And I think you just nailed it right there. Not much of a run threat for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Coming up on the NFL Today, join Jim, Dan, Dion, and Boomer for all the scores and highlights that's coming up on the NFL Today.
So what do you think about that Denver-Oakland game?
I don't know who's going to win, but I want to get to a TV as soon as possible to see what happens between Shannon Sharpe and Bill Romanowski.
Well, I figure there's two sure things in this world. The sun's going to come up tomorrow, and Mike Shanahan's not going to lose twice in 1 year to Al Davis's Raiders.
Oh,
especially with the West title on the line.
We'll see. LaDainian Tomlinson, and they jump on him. Hartz, the safety, with the tackle. No gain on the play.
And I think we're going to say on LaDainian Tomlinson, and he talked about, like we mentioned earlier, some of those words of wisdom that Emmitt Smith gave him. Get a chiropractor or massage therapist and get in the cold tub. And he said he called back to his guys at TCU and said, hey, that cold tub and whirlpool is great stuff. And they said, yeah, right. You know, when you're in college, you're young, you're fresh. You don't believe that. When you're in the NFL, you're taking some shots. You've got to be healthy every week.
LaDainian said, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Here's Breeze on the play-action fake. They set up the screen, and he's ambushed. Derek Ransom with a tremendous play. A 3-yard loss. Tomlinson didn't like the way he was brought down.
Little extracurricular activity. LaDainian Tomlinson getting the drag down and the rollover. Little push after the play there.
Ransom may have had a couple of words for the Pro Bowl running back. Makes it third down and 13 at the 44.
Well, we've seen Eric Parker come up with some big plays in crucial situations for the Chargers. And, of course, the mismatch we've talked about all day. Steven Alexander, the tight end.
Chargers need to go to the Kansas City 44 for a first down. Here's the pitch. Tomlinson running. Flag on the play. And Tomlinson will not get the first down. But there is a flag.
Because Tim Dwight is getting up limping. Took a shot in that backfield. Of course, big playmaker today.
And it goes against San Diego.
And they're trying to figure out right now on the Chiefs sideline if they decline it, is it going to be 4th down, or did they blow the whistle prior to the snap?
Illegal motion. Number 85 of the offense is moving toward the line of scrimmage at the time of the snap. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
So watch Tim Dwight edging at the line of scrimmage right before the ball was snapped. And that makes it 3rd and 18 at the 39.
And then he got crunched. His leg got crunched by one of the defensive linemen for the Chiefs. And insult to injury. Not only was he moving, but he got banged up, and he's going to be out on this big 3rd down play. Look for a screen or a draw right here to Tomlinson. This might be too many yards to try to get back.
They need to go to the Chiefs 43 for 1st down. Here's Breeze. Sets up. Tomlinson is chopped down. Great job once again. This time Corey Harris. And the Chiefs defense playing well. No gain on the play.
And Corey,
on that series they played well.
And Corey Harris, number 40, Gus, he was thinking the same thing we were. Little slip screen out to LaDainian Tomlinson, and they were all over him.
Dante Hall wants to break one big. Here's Darren Bennett, and he gets off a missile. That one takes a bounce. What a job! Unbelievable. Darren Bennett punts it 58 yards, and it's down at the 3. Great special teams play by the former Pro Bowler.
And how about that little checkup right there?
That's the Aussie flop.
When this Charger team has really come alive in the 2nd half, punter included.
Dick Vermeil just can't believe it. His team will have to set up inside their own 5. First and 10 at the 3. Play action over the middle. Gonzalez with the grab. Tony Gonzalez still running. Tony Gonzalez up to the 35. A gain of 32. Minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. The Chargers have scored 16 unanswered points and lead 22-21 over the Chiefs. Here's Trent Green going up top, incomplete, intended for Tony Gonzalez. So let's take a look at the scoring summary here at Arrowhead Stadium. Mark Boerichter got the Chiefs on the board in the 1st quarter with this touchdown, and then it's Trent Green again, this time to Omar Easy to make it 14-3. And then Boerichter comes up with a 99-yard touchdown reception, but San Diego answers first. Drew Brees to Tim Dwight. 22-21 the score. Here's the pitch to Michael Cloud, and Cloud gets over the 35 up to the 36. And then Brees finds Fred McCrary for a touchdown to give San Diego their first lead of the game. The Chiefs leading 14-6 at halftime. For Marty Schottenheimer in his first return to Kansas City as the head coach of the Chargers after spending 10 years here as their head coach. His team refusing to quit. 3rd down, 8 at the 37. Green pumping all day to throw underneath. Eddie Kennison with the grab, and he almost got knocked out, but holds on to the football. Take that, Rodney Harrison. A gain of 12.
And you know when you come across the middle, Rodney Harrison is going to be there waiting for you. Just sizing up his receiver right here, coming out of the back. Bang! And Eddie Kennison, one heck of a job hanging on to that ball.
Kennison shaken up. 5 catches, 70 yards. First down and 10 at the 49. Trent Green. Incomplete. Do or die for the Chiefs and the Chargers. If they want to keep their playoff hopes alive, this is a must-win situation. And the Chargers lead it 22-21. A flag has been called against San Diego.
Illegal contact. Number 25 defense. 5-yard penalty and a first down.
Kansas City led this game 14-6 at halftime, but Marty Schottenheimer's team has scored 16 unanswered points in the second half to take a 22-21 lead. And you can hear the coach say, one play at a time.
And Gus, this has really been the tale of two halves. Kansas City dominated the first half. Of course, the Chargers have come back with a vengeance after being down 21-6 after that 99-yard touchdown to Bo Richter.
First down and 10 at the 46. Green throws it to Michael Cloud out of the backfield. The hesitation move up the sideline. And he gets close to the first down. The Chiefs are without their best player. Priest Holmes injured his hip last week at Denver. Couldn't miss the rest of the season. And Michael Cloud got his 5th career start today.
And not a big impact in the running game today for the Kansas City Chiefs. Really, all their offense has been generated through the air and on the arm of Trent Green. Eddie Kennison, a big day. Tony Gonzalez, big first half, was quiet until that last big play here just a few plays ago. And I look for them to go back to big Tony Gonzalez.
Second down and 2 at the 38. Green underneath, incomplete. Omar Easy lets that one slip right through his hands.
Sometimes you want to make some things happen so much you turn your eyes upfield before that ball's in your hands, and that's exactly what Omar was saying. That was an easy one. And of course, Gus, the Chiefs without their kicker, Morton Anderson, got hurt. They've got a new kicker,
Michael
Husted, and his range in the pregame warm-up was about 47, 48 yards, and so they might need another, 7 or 8, 10 yards to really feel good about taking an attempt here.
Third down and 2. Here's Michael Cloud, lowers his shoulder, and he's close to the first down. I don't know.
Boy, I think he might be half a yard short, and if he is, what a stop by the Chargers. And that'd be pretty darn close, Gus, to a 54, 55-yard field goal in the cold weather. I think you might be better in this instance going for it, but Michael Cloud getting lassoed right there. Donnie Edwards, once again, the former Chief, making a huge tackle.
Pro football, a game of inches. Let's see. And he's about a yard short of the first down. So let's see. Decision time for Dick Vermeil and the Chiefs.
Boy, I think I wouldn't kick it at this point. 54, 55 yards, cold weather. That ball doesn't compress as well. It's much harder.
Husted, 10 of 23 lifetime from 50 yards and out. And his last field goal took place on October 8th of 2000, a 24-yarder as a member of the Washington Redskins. So Kansas City electing to go for it. Biggest play of the season for the Chiefs. 4th down and 1 out of the eye. And a timeout called by San Diego.
San Diego.
And Rodney Harrison didn't like his defensive alignment, called timeout. And Gus, let's take a look at this AFC playoff picture. And Tennessee, somebody from the AFC finally is going to clinch a spot, huh? That's nice to see.
Tennessee pummeling Jacksonville on the road today. Indianapolis at 9-5. They are struggling at home against the New York Football Giants, down 37-27. And the key team there for me is Baltimore. If they win today, a game coming up later on CBS, and Tampa beats Pittsburgh tomorrow, next week those teams can play for the division title.
Boy, what a job by Brian Billick with those Baltimore Ravens. Speaking of a heck of a coaching job, Marty Schottenheimer and this San Diego Charger team has responded very well to adversity today. Here comes the big fourth down play. I don't know if the Chiefs are going to change their running game at this point.
Fourth down and 1. Michael Cloud. I don't know.
Took 2 shots there. The second, Gus, coming from Rodney Harrison, and it's going to be half a ball one way or another. Wow. I don't know if he got it. Michael Cloud taking a shot from the first penetrating linebacker, Donnie Edwards, and you see Rodney Harrison. And you talk about Rodney Harrison being tough over the middle, but how about against the run right there, just stopping Michael Cloud in his tracks, and I think they're going to be short.
A measurement for the season for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he got it by the nose of the football. Holy mackerel. Michael Cloud gets the first down.
And Marty Schottenheimer is going to challenge that call, Gus, challenge the spot. And of course, Dick Vermeil fired up that he got it, got the call. But Marty Schottenheimer, and in what I think is a good challenge, is going to challenge the spot of that ball. He's saying right now, how did that guy get a yard? He got hit in the backfield, and then my safety drilled him right there. He's saying there's no way that should be a first down.
Has challenged ruling on the field about forward progress relative to a first down.
And Gus, you can challenge a spot, and if I'm Marty Schottenheimer, his defensive players thought that they had the Chiefs stop. And here's the line of scrimmage right here. This is about where they got to go for that first down. You know, the picture's going to move, so that line doesn't really matter. But look at the penetration right initially by Donnie Edwards, and there's Rodney Harrison, and that ball is right there. And it looks to me like they might have given him half a ball spot. Now, it's going to be tough. Remember, Gus, the call or the spot on the field is the one that stands. Boy, I think he's got it right behind that yard marker right there. And Gus, I actually think that they gave him an extra half a ball. I think he's clearly behind the 36-yard line, and that ball's almost touching it. And this is when when replay gets really tough, trying to figure out exactly where you're going to mark that ball. When Michael Cloud is down, when his knee hits, when they blow that whistle, bang, right there. That's where the ball is. And remember, it's got to be irrefutable evidence, Gus, to overturn the call.
That doesn't look like irrefutable evidence.
Well, these officials,
and the call on the field is a first down.
They have much better trained eye than us when it comes to marking that ball. Clearly, that ball is touching the 36-yard line right there, just the tip of the ball. I think it was back even further. But it's really tough, unless it's very obvious on a spot, it's really tough to overrule a spot, unless it's very obvious, Gus, unless it's a 2-yard deal. And you see where that ball is, just touching the 36-yard line, the tip of that. And this is what Marty's telling Junior right now. Hey, if we don't get the call, we got to have these guys ready to play.
After review, there is no indisputable visual evidence to warrant changing the ruling on the field. The play results in a first down. San Diego is charged with a third and final timeout.
And just like we talked about, it's tough to find irrefutable evidence on a spot. If it's 6 or 8 inches, they're not going to move that ball. It's got to be a yard or so.
So not only do the Chiefs pick up the first down, but San Diego's out of timeout.
And let's watch this high shot, the all-22. Here comes Rodney Harrison with the shot. You see the marker. There's the 36, and there's the ball. It's back further. I still think they got an extra 6 or 8 inches, but it's tough to tell. And there's no irrefutable evidence like we mentioned. So you lose a timeout, the Chargers do, but not a bad challenge in this position.
First down and 10 at the 36 for the Chiefs. Play action. They throw it to Easy out of the backfield, and he gets out of bounds at the 23. Omar Easy looked that one right in his hands that time.
Yep, didn't turn that head upfield. He learned from before. And the Chargers are trying to account for everybody on the Chiefs offense, and they're not thinking about Omar Easy, the fullback, leaking out into the flat. Getting a nice toss from Trent Green on the outside numbers, allowing him to get upfield and get those extra yards. And now the Chiefs are clearly in field goal position.
He gained 13 yards on the play. Remember, Kansas City's field goal kicker, Morton Anderson, is out of the lineup because of a knee injury. Here's Michael Cloud getting outside and stumbles. So with Anderson out of the lineup, Michael Husted is the field goal kicker. Dick Vermeil told us that this is the perfect opportunity for Michael to jumpstart his career once again. A longtime kicker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, most recently with the Washington Redskins.
And you expect the Chiefs to keep it on the ground at this point. Gus and that San Diego Charger defense, Junior Seau, Rodney Harrison, they're telling everybody, strip that ball. They don't want their season to come down to a field goal attempt. They are looking to get the ball out of Michael Cloud's hands.
Second down and 11 at the 24. And a timeout called by Green. Kansas City with 1 remaining.
Timeout. Kansas City. A 30-second timeout.
Now tonight on 60 Minutes, have you any idea where a medicine you're taking came from? That it may even be a counterfeit. Curious? Try watching 60 Minutes. Tonight, then, it's 60 Minutes of comedy with back-to-back episodes of Becker starring Ted Danson, followed by the CBS Sunday movie, A Town Without Christmas. It's all here tonight on CBS, America's most watched network. So here's a question for you. You have a new field goal kicker for Kansas City. Are you afraid to allow him to win the game for you with so much on the line, or are you determined to march it into the end zone?
Well, I don't just pound the ball back up into the line of scrimmage 2 more times. I clearly let Trent Green try to make something happen with his arm. He's done it most of this day. You got big Tony Gonzalez. Make something happen in the passing game. Yeah, I agree. I'm a little afraid to put it on the leg of a guy that just came in and hasn't kicked a whole lot of field goals.
He hasn't kicked a field goal since 2000. Second down and 11 at the 24. Play action. Green steps up in the pocket, decides to run it himself, and goes down at the 19-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning with the score 22-21. Well, don't forget, coming up next, the playoff shakedown continues when Clinton Portis and the Broncos battle Rich Gannon and the Raiders, or the Browns take on the Ravens. Check your local listings. Brings up a 3rd down and 6 at the 19-yard line for the Chiefs. It's the 12th play of the drive that started at their own 3. They're 7 of 15 on 3rd down conversions today. They need to go to the 13 for a 1st down. Michael Cloud bottled up and taken down. He won't get it. So here we go. Wow, how about this? Michael Husted. The last time he kicked a field goal, October 8th of 2000, it was a 24-yarder at Philadelphia. Then he was a member of the Washington Redskins. He comes in to handle the field goal duties today because Morton Anderson, their field goal kicker, has a knee injury on his plant foot. The young man out of the University of Virginia has the whole season on the line for this Kansas City Chiefs squad.
And this is one of those deals where he's going to either have a ton of friends or none after this kid. And that's a tough way to come into a team, but still have an outside chance. Of course, the Chiefs at a playoff spot.
Still a lot of time remaining. 1:13. If Husted makes this kick, San Diego will get the ball back, but it looks to be about a 38-yard attempt.
And of course, Chargers Gus have no timeouts left if and when they get that ball back. If this is made, of course, they challenged that play here a few plays ago, and then Rodney Harrison didn't like their lineman, called a timeout as well, and those timeouts become precious at this point.
Look at the focus and concentration on the face of Houston. Moment of a lifetime in front of 79,451 fans. From 38 yards, Dan Strusinski is the holder. They get down inside, and it's good. Michael Husted steps into that kick as if he's been doing it all season for the Chiefs. Here's another look.
Well, welcome to Kansas City, Michael. What pressure coming into the team this late in the season, and there you go. Just a little headbutt. Knew it all along. Yeah.
And Dick Vermeil couldn't be happier on the sideline, trusting the 9-year veteran to do his job. And now with 1:08 to go, there's still time remaining. Marty Schottenheimer looks on. His team losers of 5 of their last 7.
Well, Drew Brees has been hot this second half for the Chargers. They've given him some time to throw the ball. Tim Dwight, Eric Parker, you've seen Steven Alexander, the tight end. And you're going to have to use the sideline with no timeouts left.
And Rashay Caldwell is back deep. Husted sends it away. Caldwell will get a chance. From the 6. Caldwell over the 30. Up to the 35. With 1:01 to go, a 28-yard return. So here comes the young man. A native of Austin, Texas, played collegiately at Purdue. He's got 1:01 to work some magic. He's had an awesome second half.
And one thing you better tell your offensive line is, guys, if we complete the ball downfield, you better run as fast as you can to get down there so we can spike it or get another play. You're going to have to start using the sidelines here pretty soon as well.
First down and 10 at the 35. Here's Brees. Steps up. Breaks a tackle, and Brees still running, gets to midfield. A 15-yard run. How far do they have to get field goal range?
Hey, Gus, Christie can make them from 52, 53, so you're looking about the 35-yard line.
So they need about 15 yards. And Steve Christie has been perfect today.
Boy, and what a big run by Drew Brees, breaking out of that pocket and breaking a few tackles as well, getting all the way up to the 50-yard line.
Christie, 3 for 3 today, a 30, a 24, and a 49-yard field goal. Second down and 10. They're on their feet at Arrowhead. Brees out of the shotgun. Brees pumps underneath. It's caught. Caldwell loses it. The Chiefs have it. The Chiefs have it. Kansas City forces the turnover, and their playoff hopes are still alive.
And Gus, I think it was that man right there, 42, Shenard Harts, that came through the backside and punched right through Caldwell's back. Let's see who gets it. Caldwell going back inside. Watch 42. You can see him get his hand on the ball. You got to cover it up with 2 hands. And when you reverse your field and go back inside instead of outside, there's a lot more traffic. And Rashay Caldwell going where there's a lot of bodies. And boy, it's going to be tough for this Charger team to have a chance at making the playoffs now.
Both teams out of timeouts. Trent Green takes a knee, and that should do it. The Kansas City Chiefs come back to win in dramatic fashion, spoiling Marty Schottenheimer's return to KC, and there's your hero, Michael Husted, a dejected Drew Brees. But Husted kicking the game winner, 38-yarder. And Dick Vermeil is all smiles. 24-22 the final. So for Brent Jones, I'm Gus Johnson saying so long from Kansas City, where the Chiefs come back to win it 24-22. Coming up next, it's doubleheader action as Denver takes on Oakland or Cleveland battles Baltimore. Check your local listings. You've been watching the National Football League on CBS Sports.
The Navigator handsaw from Black & Decker.
Honey, what did you get your parents?
I don't know. What did you get them?
The JCPenney last-minute gift sale. Save 20 to 60% store-wide, plus special coupons. All gifts, one place, pure magic. JCPenney.
Get an amazing Gateway holiday deal for home or office. Buy one award-winning PC and get a second award-winning PC free. Purchase a Gateway 700XL PC or a Gateway 600XL notebook, and you'll get a Gateway 300S PC free. Get one and give one. Call 1-800-GATEWAY now for free shipping on all home PC purchases. The Gateway 600XL uses the mobile Intel Pentium 4 processor M.